Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashak Yahushai. This is your fellow servant Tazawar, back with another lesson. First, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Akakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom rule well, and from whom we learn His truth. Shalom to you, Akim, who are not in GMS but are pushing likewise doctrine in spirit and in truth with all sincerity. To you few sisters that are listening and learning, and to you brethren, and to you speckled birds scattered among the nations, looking like the nations, as well as the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. This lesson is about snares. All right, the Spirit's been on me to talk about Salakia, wisdom and how we should be applying that to life. This lesson is, kind of in the same spirit, if you will. We'll call this one, though, Beware of Snares. All right. And the reason I believe that's an important talking point is because, again, with the current events going on in the world right now, there's a line being drawn in the sand. Okay? And people are choosing sides. Some are willingly choosing sides, and some are being coerced into choosing sides. Okay? And then there's the lot of us, kind of like the men here at GMS, whom cases are being built against us via the videos we're putting out, the algorithms, AI, pretty much just the data, okay, that they can gather or amass from brothers and sisters as well. Okay, understand that in this information age, data is a form of currency. Okay, so be mindful of that, especially you Akim. All right, and if you don't believe me, just consider why your bank shares your information. Okay, your personal information, second and third party, credit lenders share your information, second and third party. These advertisements be popping up on your shit. All right, all of that is data. All right. So, that's just something to be mindful of. Without further ado, let's jump right into the lesson. Against us, via the videos we're putting out, the algorithms, AI, pretty much just the data, okay, that they can gather or amass from brothers and sisters as well. Okay, understand that in this information age, data is a form of currency. Okay, So be mindful of that, especially you Akim. All right. And if you don't believe me, just consider why your bank shares your information. Okay, your personal information, second and third party, credit lenders share your information, second and third party. These advertisements be popping up on your shit. All right, all of that is data. All right. So, that's just something to be mindful of. Without further ado, let's jump right into the lesson, and we are going to start off in the book of First Peter. All right, chapter 5. And another point that I want to bring up or mention, what I was really hitting on with that whole understanding that data is information. Like I said, the videos that were being put out, people record, right? You got cameras attached to your phones. So even if you don't put out videos, if you have social media, you put posts up, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. All right. All of those things is information, again, because information is just another term, another moniker for data. All right. So information is being filtered and controlled right now. Okay. And the powers that be, mentioned this at camp the other week, they're losing the information war. Okay. So they have to set the stage to roll out some of their tongue-tied, Salakia, their draconian laws and measures that they will be taking up shortly. Okay. Now, let's get into it. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. All right. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Okay. In the NLT, it says, stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. All right. Now, obviously, this is a metaphor, right? It's parabolic speak. Because our enemy doesn't need to walk about looking. All right. He has eyes already. That's that whole thing with the NSA, right? The National Security thingamabob. And that whole guy that's over there in Russia, I forget his name, but people been coming out for years talking about, the CIA been spying on people and Lizzie blah, this, that, and the third. Right? It was a whole conspiracy theory behind that, right? Well, now we know, fast forward, 5, 10 years, whatever it's been, some of these things are no longer theory, right? They can be substantiated. And then we got cameras, eyes in the sky everywhere, right? Um, Traffic, cameras, all right, building cams, satellites, all right. To get an idea that there's a movie called The Enemy of the State, right? Y'all can watch that. That was like a older movie back in the day with Will Smith and Gene Hackman, right? Enemy of the State, right? Another one is Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf, right? Those are two movies just to kind of give you an idea, reference point. That movie's a little old too. Anywho, so the seeking, all right, is happening 24/7. Okay, and then again, like I said, the algorithms and all that stuff, uh, the AI, the data collection, okay, um, and the algorithms that's being built in our social sites and all of those things. Okay, social media, even on your internet server. All right, your IP address and all of that. Anywho, kind of beating a dead horse with that, but those are just some things to be mindful of. Okay, but the point is this: at the top of the verse, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Let's get this word sober. We know that in the NLT they rendered that as alert. It says to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. Be calm and collected in spirit. What does that mean? That means you have to learn how to, that's temperance in a word, all right? The scriptures speak on that. Having temperance, being able to control your temper. All right. Now we are passionate people, I know. All right, Jake passionate. But this is where exercising that patience, okay, helps. Oh shit! Right, it said right here to be temperate. I didn't even see that second definition. To be temperate, dispassionate. This means not, right? Passionate, not passionate. Okay, and circumspect. Around, circumference, circle, right? Spectacle. So to be aware of your surroundings, to be alert, as the NLT rendered that word. Okay. Strong's definition right here. What it say? Of uncertain affinity. Okay. Of uncertain affinity, meaning, well, it's going to describe it down here. To abstain from wine, keep sober, i.e., this is what uncertain affinity means. It means to be discreet. Okay? To be discreet. Meaning, we all have inclinations and things that we're attracted to. Some brothers like, wine. Some brothers like wives. Some brothers like food. You know what I'm saying? Jake loved that comfort food, man. Some brothers into music. Health, working out, right? All of these things, but be discreet. And this really means in your day-to-day, okay? You don't want to be too predictable. This is why when you go to your place of employment, your job, those devils, and I use that term broadly, including the 2/3, all right, they know it's something different about you. All right, you hear people say, oh, you kind of like mysterious, or it's something about you I can't, or you just different. I don't know what it is. Well, yeah. All right, because we should be exercising discretion. And that is the point. All right, that's at the crux of this lesson. Exercise discretion. All right, in other words, again, like I say, use wisdom. That spirit been on me to just repeat that shit to Jake, man. We stiff-necked people. Stiff-necked people, not naked. Stiff-necked people. All right, so we need to hear stuff numerous times. All right. Anywho, oh, you know what? Let's go back. Let's get that word vigilant. Vigilant. Gregorio, right? To watch. Circumspect, right? Give strict attention to. Be cautious. To be cautious, all right? It says to take heed, lest through remission and indolence, right, some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one, right? What else is say? Down here in the definition, Gregorio, watch, to keep awake, be vigilant, wake, watchful, all right? I go back into circumspect. Okay. Anywho, back to the point. Why am I harping on these two words? Sober, vigilant, circumspect, right? These are all synonyms. Okay. The reason I brought this here first, took us here first, is because, brothers and sisters, understand that if we are placed in a category of not, if we are not easily categorized, right? Meaning, if we don't make our affinities apparent, obvious, right? Then you are still categorized. We're gonna be categorized either way, right? That's what that whole accusation going to. All right, the word accuse. If you to break down that word, means it categoreo, right? That's why we got to check boxes on the damn job application, or whatever, driver's license, ethnicity, all this other shit. Anywho, if we're not easily categorized by the devil, we get put in the ambiguous box, or in the box where they're still collecting data on you, right? Under surveillance. So you can understand. I hope I don't get flagged for my vernacular, for my word choice. But the scopeo is on us, right? Being surveyed at all times. And this is what I mean. So the cases are being built based on data, information that they've collected, maybe over a course of 10, 15 years now. For some people, if you had any run-ins with the law, got a rap sheet or whatever, we are, many of us, been in cuffs, back of a car. Some of us been, incarcerated. Some of us longer than others. right? And then some brothers maybe never, and that's beautiful. But the point is, under surveillance, right? And at the root of that, the snares, because you have to be cautious when dealing with these people, all right? Agent provocateurs, known agent provocateurs, the likes of vocab, right? Or just opposition in general. People that have an opposition to Israelites, and then also other Israelite groups that have an opposition to the truth and teaching the word as it is intended to be taught, right? As it is intended to go out. So those that trim their ways, okay? This is why it doesn't profit to take your ass on somebody's platform and go get in debates, okay? Because you may come across people, individuals, that with a very calm tone may ask you a series of questions just to get a particular answer out of you, right? So you have to be cautious with that. And that's what I mean by snares. Okay? It is unwise to engage in talks of politics with people at this stage in the game. Okay? And really, religion as well, especially at your place of employment. Okay? Now, again, you can be discreet, use discretion, like at my place of employment, people know I don't eat certain shit. I don't celebrate certain shit. Right? But I don't go into detail with these motherfuckers either about why I do or don't do certain things. I chalk it up to life choices, life decisions. You know, um, we know that uh, being an Israelite is not a religion. We know that. Practicing Israelites know that. This is coming back to our heritage. Okay? But a religion is what you do as well. Because you can religiously go to the gym. You can religiously watch Sunday night football, Saturday night football, whatever it is. You can religiously take your ass to the bar and get fucked up every weekend. So religion also has to do with your actions, right? Which goes into culture. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So it's unwise to engage in especially deep, unfruitful philosophical conversations about politics and religion. If you do decide to do that, have those talking points, you better vet the person that you're talking to. All right, fill them out. You got to try the spirit by the spirit, right? That's what the scriptures call us to do. Okay? Now, of course, we don't deny the Heavenly Father or our Lord and Savior, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, right? But again, you can use wisdom and let people know, like, this ain't really the time or place. I don't really get into that type of shit. One thing I always tell people is, hey, fuck both sides of the political party. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a Democrat and a Republican. By nature, I'm more conservative in my thoughts and views than probably liberal. Except if they giving out some money to me, then that's different. But just little shit like that. Anywho, I'm rambling, so Salakia. Let's go to Psalms. The 38th chapter. And the 12th verse. Right? It says, they also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things and imagine deceits all the day long. Now we know who the they are. That's the powers that be, right? And they seek after our lives. People like us, we are on what they call the fringe of society, right? That's why they call us extremists, right? So they seek after our lives in one of two ways. One, either they're going to try to make you bend the knee, okay? Meaning to take control of your life, okay? Or they're going to take it from you and try to send you back to the spiritual world. And some of the elect will be sent back to the spirit world. All right. There will be martyrs among us. These are serious times we in, brothers and sisters, Akim and Aquat. These are serious times. And shit's moving fast. But let's jump to the 64th chapter. We're going to stay in Psalms and jump to the 64th chapter. And the 5th verse. You know what? Let's start at Let's start at 2. This is Psalm of David. All right. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. This is the point. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right, let's get that in the NLT. It says, and it reads, Psalm 64 and 2, hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. Okay? And we see that now with anybody that is pro opposition, right? Pro Philistine, right? Pro Gaza, right? You being marked. Now, we are not pro Gaza because fuck them over there. All right? Fuck both sides, really. You know, because that ain't their land. They defiling our land. All right? So fuck them both. We don't promote neither one of them bastards. However, if you come off to be pro opposition, just know that they got it on record. All right? If you go on opposite of the narrative, we'll say. Okay? And they aim their bitter words like arrows because we see who is that? Netin, not a Jew, whatever the fuck his first name is, that small hat. They over there arresting, you know, them Philistines that stay over there in the land that's speaking against the shit that those small hats are doing. All right, to those so-called Palestinians, man, to those Philistines. All right, and they really ain't Philistines. They just, you know, those are Ishmaelites. But I'm using that term. You know, that's Philistine. That's how you say Palestine in the Hebrew. So, or in Yiddish, really. They shoot from ambush in at the innocent, attacking suddenly and fearlessly. All right. It says they shoot from ambush. This is why it's called a snare. All right. You're not aware of a snare. That shit catch you off guard. That shit snatch your ass up by the foot because you ain't watching where you stepping. Next thing you know, you dangling up upside down and shit. Right? They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret, which they've done and they're still doing. Okay? They passed these laws long before the public is privy to what's going on. And the political plans that they have and their agendas that they set up, you know, what lands to go into, what leaders to make deals with, what leaders to put sanctions on, embargoes on, or just 87 they ass, 187 they ass. You know, these motherfuckers, they have meetings, councils on that shit, man. And they just look for reasons to have some follow through or put actions to their plan. All right. And then when you call them bastards out, you know, they they make you an enemy for a word, man. Anyway, it say the bottom of verse 5. Who will ever notice? They ask. Huh? Who will ever notice? Because they think that the masses are fucking stupid. And you niggas are. You fucking stupid. All right? I ain't just talking about black people when I say you niggas. I'm talking about all you motherfuckers. All right? You pink bitches. All right? And the rest of you motherfuckers too. Because This is why they call the masses cattle, man. Sheeple. Because people believe whatever the hell they see on TV, whatever the mainstream news media put out there, right? Y'all got short memories, man.